Right now we're going to look at a test for a parallelogram. So here I have these four coordinates and I want to test to see if they make up a parallelogram. Step one should be to graph, if for nothing else, just to get a good mental image of what they are. So for example, I graph these points here on this software, GeoGebra, and you can see that maybe it's not a parallelogram. In fact, it's not looking that way. However, I'm still going to find this out mathematically, and that's the whole point of this. What we have here, though, is we can see what our sides are. So, for example, see how WR and NY are opposite sides if this is a four-sided shape here. RN is not going to be a side because then it leaves Y and W. I mean, it separates the two of them. So it's important to graph, even just crudely, graph these points so you can see what are the opposite sides. And we do that as well because we want to find the slopes of the opposite sides. Excuse me. And remember, a parallelogram has two pairs of opposite sides that are parallel. So if we show that these opposite sides are parallel, it's a parallelogram. So let's actually do that. So here, WN, let's do that. Let's find the slope for WN and then RY. So WN, remember the slope formula, M is for slope, is the change in the y's, so y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, changing the x's. So Wn, that's going to be m is equal to 5 minus 1, changing the y's, over 2 minus a negative 3, changing the x's. So m is equal to 5 minus 1, which is 4. 2 minus a negative 3, that's 2 plus 3, which is 5. So Wn is going to be 4/5. If this is a parallelogram, that means that Ry is also going to be parallel. It's also going to have a slope of 4/5. So Ry, that's going to have a slope. I think I need a new trackpad here. This is struggling here. All right, Ry is going to be a change in the y's. So 3 minus a negative 3 over 3 minus a negative 2. If I compute this, I get 6 over 5. Here you can see already these are not the same slope. Because these are not the same slope, right there I know this is not a parallelogram. So, not parallelogram. Did I spell that right? This is not my normal handwriting because it's on a computer, so I'm struggling here. Not a parallelogram because opposite sides not parallel. If these were the same, we would then need to show that the other two sides, WR and NY, do have the same slope. But because these are not parallel, we don't need to continue. So if you have a situation where these two slopes are the same, great. That means that one pair of opposite sides are parallel. You just need to show the other side, the other pair, using the same method. I'll stop it here for now, but this is what you need to do. Know that slope formula and be sure to show that opposite sides have the same slope.